Part of the Textures Woodlands collection includes the word label designer die set, and I wanted to show you today how this works because this is a unique system that allows you to create any name, any word, any phrase, any sentiment using these dies, which is fantastic because if you don't have a die or a stamp with a particular word, you can build your own really quickly and easily and in a really fun kind of label style font as well. So here's just a few examples where I've actually used these labels. I've mixed them with another part of the Woodlands collection, some of the stamps and dies in some of these instances. They do look fabulous, of course, mixed with like a brush script, but you can equally just use them on their own if you prefer. Great for masculine cards, pretty much great for any occasion as well. So let's see how this works. So this is what your die set looks like. You have all the letters of the alphabet. Now you've got more than one of every letter. You've actually even got 3 of some, and you have your punctuation marks too. Now these elements, these rectangles, are your frames, and these are not only going to cut out for you the label shape around your word, they're also going to allow perfect alignment and spacing of your letters as well. Now you notice there's little notches in each of the rectangles, and there's also little tabs on top and below each letter as well. So you just simply pop the tabs into the grid here, which I'll show you in just a moment, and you've got absolutely perfect spacing every single time. So we have got 5, 8 and 11 letter spacing here. Now of course you can go any word in between that as well, so you can go from 1 letter all the way up to 11 letters in a word. Of course you don't have to only choose words that are 5, 8 and 11 characters. Once you've built your word and die cut it out, you can simply snip the end of the label off to suit. So let's see how these work. I'm going to use one of the frames here. Let's pop this on long ways. So I'm just putting that down onto my mat. Now, if you want to use a magnetic sheet in your die cutting machine, you can do. I like to use tweezers because the letters are quite small, but you can use your fingers if you don't have nails as long as mine. So let's start with, let's do the word textures. Now, you've got 2 ways of doing this. If, like me, you like to die cut upwards, as in the cutting edges upwards, you're going to want to spell your word backwards. Okay, if you prefer to cut with the cutting edge downwards, you're going to spell your word from left to right the correct way you'd read it. So it's entirely up to you. Just remember that. You'll soon know as soon as you've cut it out whether it's the wrong way. And you can see here, straight away, I'm just popping each of the letters into the frame. So there's all my letters popped in. I've just spelled out the word textures there. And then I've got a piece of cardstock that's just going to sit over the top. And of course you can tape that down if you prefer. And run it through your die cutting machine. So as I remove my waste, we'll easily be able to see that we've now got the label here. Let's just pop the letters out. Now I would suggest definitely saving your letters as well, rather than discarding them straight away, because you never know. These letters are perfectly formed. You could use those on their own. So now you can fully personalise your cards, your scrapbook pages, your mixed media projects, whatever it may be, with any name you want. So there's the label that we've created, and here's the extra that you can also save and use on your projects too. You'll find this die set exclusively available at CraftStash, and you can find all the details down below.